Hey Michelle, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So Michelle, in English, do you ever feel like you want to be able to call someone out if something good has just happened or if they're acting badly, they're behaving badly, they're being annoying? Do you ever
Of
want to do that?
course, of course. This always happens with people, but you want to be careful with it. So we're going to talk about one special way and then a few more actually to
Yeah.
call someone out in English. Let's just say it has something to do with the word someone. So
Someone.
listen to and watch this episode today to find out more about this.
Yeah, guys, today we're going to give you a very natural way to do this. So, guys, before we start, we want to make sure you take just a minute to hit subscribe on this All Ears English YouTube channel. We publish at least 2 podcast episodes a week here, and you don't want to miss them, right, Michelle?
You don't want to miss them. We're having fun over here.
We're
All
having
right,
fun.
guys, enjoy the episode. All right. Hey, Lindsay, let's get going. Just pick a place.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, someone's a little hangry.
Yeah, I'm so hungry.
So you're hangry and hungry there, I guess, which is the same
Uh,
thing. It's just what is hangry, by the way, for our
hangry,
listeners?
angry, and hungry. It's usually that you're not just hungry, you're so hungry that you're angry. So we say hangry.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so funny. I love it. It's so good. A little role play there to start off for our listeners today. What did we say?
Yeah, well, I said, let's get going. Just pick a place. It's like we were trying to pick a restaurant, right? Somebody won't pick it. And you said someone's a little hangry, right?
I said someone's a little hangry, and we'll talk a little bit about
Someone.
that intonation today, guys. And you said, "Yeah, I'm so hungry," right?
Yes.
Where did we get the idea for today's episode, Michelle?
Well, you tell me, Lindsay, something about you and Aubrey recording, right?
Yeah, I guess Aubrey and I, these ideas, guys, they just come up spontaneously, but we also want your ideas. So make sure you email your ideas to lindsay@allearsenglish.com. I'll pass them along to Michelle and we'll get a great episode going based on your question. But yeah, this came out of I guess natural conversation with
Yeah.
me and Aubrey on the microphone where we use that somehow, right? Maybe
Yeah,
she
right.
said it to her kids or something, right? Oh,
Maybe.
someone's tired, right? Because they're
Right, right.
cranky.
Someone's hangry, someone's tired, right?
Yeah,
So, we're
yeah.
going to talk about what this means because, it's very packed, even though it's just adding really just a couple words together. It doesn't seem like much, but it has a lot of meaning in it. So, but
Yep.
before we get to that, guys, we are only a little bit away from Thanksgiving and Black Friday. So, Lindsay, what do we want to tell our listeners to do?
Yeah, guys, very exciting time of year. We're going to be making a very special Black Friday offer this year. We've never done this before, Michelle. Usually we are just too
Mm,
busy eating turkey.
that's
But
right.
this year we're eating turkey anyways, but we're going to make it a very cool offer for you guys. It's going to be a mystery thing. It's coming up soon. We're actually creating it for you now. Very exciting. So go over
Ooh.
to allearsenglish.com/Black Friday. Check that out. Get ready for it. It's coming soon and that's going to be great, guys. So be ready. All right,
All right,
cool.
be ready. Okay,
Yes.
so when you say someone is, right? So you could
Mhm.
say that it's a way of kind of accusing someone indirectly of something in a
Yes.
way that's lighthearted, but I don't know. Is it always like completely innocent, or do you think it can be
No, no.
offensive?
It has an edge to it, I
It
would
has an
say. It has
edge.
an edge. I mean, and it's an innocent edge, right? You're not trying to stab someone in the back or
No,
something.
well, no, not like that. But you're kind of
Yeah, it's
opening up, like, especially like you got to be
mm.
brave to say that to someone when they're hungry and angry, right? Like
Oh,
if you start like making fun of somebody, like I'm saying someone's hangry, it'd be like
yeah.
you are asking for a fight.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I thought of the example. Probably Aubrey said it to her kids. I think this is more common with parents, like moms saying it to their kids. Let's imagine the kids being in the back of the car and they're like, "When are we going to be here? When are we going to be there? Oh, someone's impatient." Right?
Hmm.
Adults may use it to each other, but I agree. You have to know the person pretty well.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to just throw that out there and just hope
No.
for the best.
Yeah.
So I mean, well, here's a question then. Would you use it at work?
Oh, only in a more facetious way, I
Yeah.
think. If someone really were in a bad mood or doing something and clearly something was bothering them, then I would probably not do that. I would
Right.
probably be a little more frank. If I had to bring it up because it was becoming a problem for us getting our work done,
Right.
I would say, can we talk about what's going on? There's,
Yeah.
so what do you think, Michelle? Would you bring
No,
it up at
I
work?
agree. I agree with you. I don't think it's really necessarily appropriate for the workplace unless you're very, very close and it's really not about something that's
Mhm.
serious, right?
Right, right, right.
So,
Mhm.
but I mean, you could use it without like, let's do some examples. All right. And we'll
Yeah,
talk
let's
through them.
let's do some examples. Let's make it more concrete for our
Here we
listeners.
go. All right. So, okay, just get me those papers.
Someone's bossy today.
Okay. Now, we don't know, are we at work in this
Yeah.
situation, or are we just friends, right? Like,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
in a way, it's almost like I'm saying, oh, do this. And I'm not
Yeah.
thinking about what I sound like. And
Yeah.
maybe I really don't mean to sound that way. And you kind of highlight it. Now, it
Mhm.
depends on the person. I might just say, oh my gosh, sorry. I didn't mean to sound like that. Or you
Yeah.
might get me even more riled up. We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say only use this if this is like a repeated pattern of behavior for someone, right? If it's just a one-off time, don't worry about it. But if someone, yeah, it could be a way to draw, if it's a repeating behavior, draw someone's attention to the fact that their tone needs some adjustment, right? That could be
Right,
good.
right. That's right. So, okay. Here's another one. You want to start this one?
Okay. Here's my new ball gown.
All right. Well, someone is trying to impress everyone at the party.
Oh,
So, so now this one's different.
yeah.
Now,
What am I trying to say here?
well, when I say someone's trying to impress everybody, I mean, it's basically, I look at this one as more of a compliment.
Ah, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I feel like this one could be taken in a few different
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it could be a double-edged sword because if someone might take it like, well, you think I'm trying to
You're
stand
trying
out
too
and I
hard.
shouldn't
Yeah.
be trying too hard, right?
Right.
Right. So I would be careful. Or maybe if I wanted
Or,
to be, yeah, say that in a nice way, I could say something like, "Oh, someone's going to look great this weekend."
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. Right. You could say that as well. I feel like if you're
yeah.
saying this in a certain way, it could just be seen as like a cute, fun, nice thing
Mhm.
to say.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, oh, well, someone's trying, but
Yeah.
it kind of really depends.
It depends on
Uh,
the relationship between
yes.
the people. Like, if you're really close to someone, or maybe if you're dating the person, it would be kind of fun to go back and forth and tease them and compliment them at the same time, right? Mhm.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Good point. All right, let's
Yeah.
do another one.
Okay. Go
Here we
for it,
go.
Michelle.
All right. Okay, so this bag was $500.
Oh, someone just got a raise.
Okay.
And again, I just want to make sure our listeners are 100% clear in case anyone missed it. The someone is exactly the other person in the conversation. There's only two people here, right? Just to be clear.
Right. Right,
We're
right,
basically
right, right.
we're just
It's not
saying
a
you.
question.
Yeah, we're just saying you just got a raise, right?
Right,
Just to
but
make
it's
sure
the
our
way we say
listeners know.
it. No, that's
Yeah.
good that you said that. So, Lindsay, yeah, this one's kind of interesting. It reminds me of the episode we just did about money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, that's yeah. It's almost like taking, I don't know. Yeah, maybe a little nosy about people's finances. It's like taking it
yeah.
one layer deeper into talking about someone's money, right? One level
Mhm.
deeper than what may be polite most of the
It
time.
could be, or maybe you know that I did just get a raise, and we're
Yeah.
like going out, and like I'm like,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
like so I bought it as $500, and you're like, oh
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, someone just got a raise. Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah. Yeah.
depends how you say it. It depends on your relationship. So you really want to save this for people you're very close to that you can play around with a little bit.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And I like that. If you know them really well, then you know they did get a raise and you're celebrating. That's great. Yeah,
hmm
completely. So this is
hmm
very nuanced. But this using this correctly could really be a tool to encourage people to celebrate people. Right, Michelle? It could be really
hmm
strategic, I think.
It could. It could. I mean, like, I think sometimes some of these things could be backhanded ways of insulting someone, right? Like, so,
Yeah.
I mean, getting a raise is a good thing, but it's almost like you're commenting on maybe like, oh, I wouldn't spend $500 on a bag,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Someone just got a raise. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It so much of things also depends on like the way people receive it. And you can't really control that. You know, if someone is not confident or they're in a bad state of mind themselves, if you make a comment to them and you don't intend it in some way, but it does get received in that way, that's kind of tricky because it's more about them than you, you know?
Right.
So,
Exactly. So
mm,
I don't know. It can be, it's a little bit touchy, this one, but I think
mm,
it's very useful. It's good to know what this means because if somebody says it to you, you want to
yeah.
know what's going on and you want to know who is this someone. Now we know we've learned something. The someone is the person who is being spoken to.
Exactly. So what are some more so guys, this is good to know that this exists. I'd say at the very high level, near native fluency, you're going to start using this. You're going to start
Yeah.
listening for it before then. But if you want to start by being more direct and then graduate up to using this very advanced structure, we could do things more directly, right, Michelle? What could we say?
Right. Yeah. Well, so you could just say you're something, right? So, for
Yeah.
example, you're in a bad mood, right?
Instead of saying someone's in a
Someone's
bad
in a bad mood.
mood.
Yeah. So let's do a little role play.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
You're in a bad mood, Lindsay.
Where'd
So,
you where'd you put your intonation there?
exactly. On your.
You're in a bad mood. And the
You're
other
in a
the
bad
other caveat to that, I think that, for example, if, waiting to use this until we're high level, I do think our listeners could start playing around with this when you're talking to like kids or teenagers, right? Because there's a
Right.
little less risk there. Like
Yeah.
I would say this to my niece without worrying about it. If she's being annoying, I was like, someone's in a bad mood today. I'll tease
Yeah.
her, I'll push back, I'll tell her it's not
Yeah.
okay to act this way because she can actually be trouble sometimes, right? she, she can be a little bit like she gets in a bad mood, and all kids do, and sometimes you need
Yeah.
to push back, and that would
Yeah.
be a low risk way to practice this, right?
Yeah. Exactly. That's good. What's another way that you can say it more directly?
Why are you being so annoying? Or rude would be another one.
Yeah, why are you being so something, right? This is, also going to start a little bit of a fight. So if I say like, "Ugh, Lindsay, just give me the book. I need to go.
Why are you being so rude?
Mhm. So instead of saying someone's a little rude, right?
Yeah. Actually, it's very direct, right? More
Oh, it's
direct, you're right.
very, yeah. These are more direct ways, even more direct because they're not. These ones can't really be. Like we can't talk about these as much of like, oh, could it mean this or could it mean that? Like
Mm.
these ones aren't as nuanced.
Yeah, you're asking for an answer. And so definitely in a partnership with your girlfriend or boyfriend, husband,
Yeah.
wife, you would say this definitely at that point, at that level, right? Yeah.
So, guys, I
Yeah.
mean, we can do follow ups on how to respond when someone accuses you of these things. If
That would be
somebody's
good.
accusing you in like either a lighthearted way or in a more direct way. So, that could be a good
Mhm.
follow up episode. So, look out for that. But, Lindsay, what is
Yes.
the takeaway for today?
I mean, like I said before, guys, this is very, very high level, but don't be afraid of it. Don't shy away
No.
from it, right? You can start by observing it, listening for it, listening for natives saying it, and then graduate up to being able to use it as soon as you're confident that you understand how it's going to be received. That's the key, Michelle, right?
Yes, absolutely. So try it out today, especially with a kid.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
And listen to how and listen to how it's used. But guys, remember go to allearsenglish.com/Black Friday to get in
All
on our Black
right.
Friday fun.
Can't wait. It's going to be so Black Friday fun. Michelle, that's a good phrase. Black
Black
Friday
Friday
fun. I
fun.
love it. I'm going to have some good turkey and then enjoy my Black Friday. It's going to be great.
Black Friday fun.
All right,
All
Michelle.
right,
I'll talk to you
Lindsay.
next time. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.